Hello and welcome to another Tuesdays at 2. This is episode number 162 of Tuesdays at 2, when I come on and talk about a different topic each week relating to executive career management, of which I specialize in. So today's topic is I get interviews, but I don't think I can show my value. I get nerves. So yes, everybody gets nerves. It's understandable. It's only our human reaction to going on stage, because that's what it is. It's an audition. So you are going on stage, and there's a lot at play when you go for a job interview. So make sure that you really calm yourself. And I'm going to go through a couple of things that you need to embrace to get. Excuse me. I knew I was going to do that. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Sorry, you need to embrace to really remain calm in a very, very crucial meeting. So nerves is very, very understandable. One thing you should do, you should never walk in an interview without any preparation. You need to prepare. Research that company, research everybody in that company, research their history, research their projects, products, and research their services. Everything you do is very, very important. The more research you do, the more comfortable you are going to be when you walk into that interview, if it's an in-person interview, or you're going to be more comfortable when you do an interview via Zoom or Teams or whatever. So the more preparation you do, the better it's going to be for you. So rehearse the most important questions, the questions that you think you're going to be asked. I mean, there's books and there's websites or all sorts of different sites about rehearsing those questions. Get them really narrowed down so that you are very, very confident in delivering a very compelling, engaging message, which puts the interviewer or the interviewers, if it's a panel, on the spot, and make them want to pick up the phone and give you a call when they're making their decision for either the next stage or the final offer. So research, and rehearse. Do a dry run to the interview. If it's an in-person interview, are you going to buy public transport? We all know that public transport, things can happen. Buses are late, trains are late. All sorts of things can happen. So make sure you really prepare for that. So you leave a lot earlier. Prepare for the disaster, just in case. And then if you're driving, make sure that you know how long it's going to take between your house or wherever you are and the office where you're being interviewed, and then add another 30 to 35 minutes just to be on the safe side. You are getting so close to the finish. You don't want to mess it up right now. This is your final chance. The more interviews you get, the closer you are to getting that job offer. So do a dry run to wherever it is. Understand the timing, whether it be by public transport or whether it be by your car. Have a good meal. You need to really have a good meal, because if you don't have a good meal, then all sorts of other issues can occur. So take a good meal. Don't overdo it, but have a good breakfast or have a good lunch prior to the interview, and make sure you are charged with protein and other vitamins, etc. Have calming music as you're going to the interview. Calm down. Meditation music, calming music. Don't have rock and roll and Metallica and whatever blaring at you, because that will raise your blood pressure, that will raise your adrenaline, and you want to keep your adrenaline low, and that will raise the stress and the nerves in sync with that. So just have calming music. There's so many meditation calming musics out there on YouTube or any other platform. Have some breathing exercises. Breathe deeply, take all the air in, and that tends to calm the body down. So breathing exercises are good before you actually enter the premises. Maybe call friends, have a cheerleader or two, or have a coach, and they can really motivate you. They can pump you up so you're ready for that interview, and then you're charged. You are ready, going, and you've got friends on board that are going to support you and think of you while you're in that crucial 30 minutes or an hour interview. So call friends. Remember, if you are going into an office, the minute you walk in that office, you are being watched. You might not think you're being watched, but invariably the receptionist or those people on the front counter have been told to watch the people coming in for interview, and then sometimes they're asked, well, what were they doing? Were they picking their nose? Were they twiddling their thumbs? Were they doing this and were they doing that? Make sure you are calm and collected. Keep your hands down, keep your hands on your lap, don't swing them all over the place. Remain calm and see if you can be collected in that way, and turn your cell off. I can't believe the people I hear from interviewers, executive recruiters, who people still answer their calls in the interview. Well, are you going to get the job? You're gone. Guillotine is there. So don't make sure you turn it off. Totally ignore it. Totally ignore it. If you put your coat outside, make sure that it's maybe in the coat so you're not tempted to listen to it at all. Then when you get to the interview, have a nice smile. Smiles are very, very important. And then have a good handshake. Don't have the limpy fish handshake, or don't have the ones where you can never let go. You're crunching, the bone cruncher handshake. Have a good handshake and look the person in the eye and smile. Show your confidence. Don't show your nerves. Yes, they might be just as nervous as you. It's not on the top of everybody's list to conduct interviews. I know a lot of business people who don't like conducting interviews. It's not on the top of their list for things they like doing in their job responsibilities. Then there are a couple of things you need to address and be acutely aware of the psychology that goes on in an interview, because remember, it's a meeting of the minds. It's just to see, it's a date. It's to see whether you are the perfect candidate, whether you will fulfill the obligations of that particular job search role. So mirroring, it's called mirroring. So you watch what the interviewer is doing. So if they cross their legs, don't instantly, within a swift few seconds, cross your legs. You then need to cross your legs, and it's called mirroring. It gets you some extra psychological traction. So if they cross their arms, you cross your arms, but don't do it just like this. You need to do it slowly. So mirroring is very, very important. It's a conversation. It's just a conversation between two people or a group of people. And remember that it's also a two-way street. So don't just walk out the interview without asking any questions. Ask some questions. Put the interviewer on the spot. Put them in the interview as well. Bring them in and make them feel good in the interview. So ask questions. Ask as many questions as you want. That sort of wraps it up. Anybody got any comments? If they got any comments, I'm more than happy to answer them, or any questions relating to executive career management. There is my email there. If anybody wants a free, no obligation, no sales pitch, resume critique, or CV critique, I'm more than happy to give you 30 minutes of my time to go through it on Zoom. But I do say it as it is, because you only get one kick of the can. Just like you get one kick of the can in the interview, you only get one kick of the can with the resume. So a resume gets you the interview, and then hopefully the interview then gets you the job. If anybody's got any questions, I'm more than happy. But the resume intake, the resume critique is free. And if you really want to learn a lot more about executive career management, please go to my YouTube channel and press the subscribe button, where you will learn a lot about various aspects of career management. All the 162 previous, 161, I guess, previous Tuesdays at 2 are on that, plus a lot more. And if you want me to shoot a video on a particular topic, also shoot me a message, martin@analyticresume.com, and I will shoot you a video, and I will actually send it to your email as well, and I will also put it on my YouTube channel. So that just about wraps it up. If anybody's got any questions, an interview is not the top of everybody's list, but it's a necessity, and you are so close to securing that job. So you need to do a lot of research, a lot of due diligence. Calm, think about it. Really, really remain calm. The calmer you are, the better it's going to be for you, and the people at the other end, the interviewers or interviewer, will recognize that you're calm and collected and confident. So I will be back next week when the topic is, I've heard I can get an 1,800% uplift in Google when I change my LinkedIn. Yes, you can. So come back next Tuesday to find out how you can get that 1,800% uplift in Google algorithms to your LinkedIn profile. I will see you next week, next Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Please join me.